Yo, what up? It's Reiz The RAW M.C. and we back again with a new video. But first, editor, hit him with the new intro.
See the world stay so quick. When you think outside they boxes, clever little foxes get shot quick.
Yo, what up? It's Reiz The RAW M.C. and we back again with a new video. This is the rendition of Raise Your Thoughts, where you get to speak with me, or you get to hear from me. You can always go down to the comments, tell me how great of a job I'm doing, or what I need to work on, or if you got any comments or any experiences close to my experience, or any of your own experience that you would like to talk about, hit me in the comments below. If they're personal, I'll leave my socials down at the bottom in the description, and you can hit me up personally. I'll keep secret what you want to be a secret. I don't tell other people's business unless you want it to be put it out there, but you don't want to put your personal life out there like that. You just want me to talk about a specific situation that you've been into. Go right ahead. But that leads me to this topic right here, right now, about fear. Don't let it drive you, but let it motivate you. Let me say that again. Don't let fear drive you. Let it motivate you. I've just thought about it in my head right now, and anyone who watched my videos, I know there's very few and far in between. It's been like almost a year since my last video. But just letting y'all know, when I do these videos, I do it right off the top. I don't write down stuff. I just have a general idea of what direction I want to go, and I just take off, because I don't like to have my ideas written down and make it feel like I'm a robot on stage, reading off a prompt. This ain't I'm not a news anchor, but I'm giving y'all the news from my perspective. So, I am the prompt. My mind is the prompt. My words are just flowing that out as it comes. And as I say, experience is the best news you can use. The best experience is your own experience, and the experience that you see and what you hear. So, in saying that, fear has definitely parked up the brakes on a lot of ideas that I want to do, whether it's music, poetry, job ideas, even simply job applications, because you do not know where and what direction that you may go if you go in a direction. It's kind of like being in a shelter when it's raining outside and you don't like to get wet. You're just standing there waiting for the rain to stop. One, not knowing when the rain's gonna stop, or two, not wanting to go out and get wet. So you stuck between what they call a rock and a hard place. You don't want to get wet, but you don't want to wait out the storm. You got places to go. You got places to be. Your favorite TV show is on. Your favorite streamer is streaming right now, and your phone's about to die. But you don't know when the rain's gonna stop. You don't want to get wet. You gotta pick one. Your fear is you either gotta find a way past it, or you gotta stick with your fear. You afraid of getting wet? First of all, you afraid of getting wet. That's I don't know. Some people have their issues, so I'm not gonna say nothing about it. Y'all can talk about it in the comments. Keep it PG, keep it cool, keep it respectful in the comments, always. But again, I'm just using that as an example, because I know there's some times that I've been stuck under certain areas, and I won't even take out my phone to pick up a call because it's raining outside and I gotta walk to the bus stop, and I don't want my phone to get wet, or I don't want to take my hands out of my pocket because I don't want my hands to get wet, and then my phone get wet, or it's freezing cold and I'm gonna miss a couple calls because I don't want to take off my gloves because it's like minus 10, minus 20 degrees outside, and I'm freezing I just want to get to point B. I'm going from point A, rushing to get to point B so I can get warm. But at the same time, you don't know. That could be a job opportunity. That can be, an opportunity. Someone could be driving by. Someone could have drove past you, and you so cold, or you so rained on, and annoyed, and walking by, and afraid to pick up your phone. Your homie could have just drove by you and been like, "Yo, is that you on this and that street? Yo, homie, where you going? I can get you a ride," but you never picked up your phone because you are afraid. That's a simple thing, but it goes even deeper than that. It goes way deeper than that. If you have a job idea, you have a business idea, if you even want to do something simple as in like go for a job. I laugh because there's certain times that I've even done that. I've needed jobs. Back in the days during the COVID era, especially, and you looking at job applications. Sorry for my speech, guys, but you're looking for job applications and all that stuff, and you searching through, and you're like, what could I apply for? Could I apply here? Do I have the right credentials? Is this the right time? Or blah, 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 blah. You're making all these excuses in your head not to do it because you're afraid of what if you fail? What if it's not good enough? What if you are not good enough at the current time of where you are? I have one thing to say. Who freaking cares? I'm keeping it PG for everyone here. I try not to cuss. I that's my old ways. But regardless, who cares? Who cares? Honestly, stop caring about your failures. It's good that you failed. Sometimes. Sometimes? No, all the time. It's all in perspective. If you keep seeing yourself as a failure and then you just stop there, that's where failure is bad because you're letting fear take over. Now, if you say, yo, I failed, and then you take a step back, you take a tactical retreat, and then you sit there and you write down what went wrong. How did that go wrong? How can I fix that? Boom. Now you have what went wrong. How did you go wrong? And then once you get the what and the how and the why and the when, you can figure out the reverse of that. How do I fix that? What do I do? Where do I go to better the skills that I need so I don't run into this problem again? And then while you up on the drawing board, you can think of other things like what other walls could I run into that I can juggernaut, X-Man 08, juggernaut through these doors, juggernaut through this wall, head first, bang, bang, breaking through these walls. How am I going to continue to ascend, right? You got to think of yourself like a Super Saiyan. Great, I got Super Saiyan 1. Great, I got Super Saiyan 2. What's next? That's how you got to be at all times. You got to use your fear and your goals as a marker as to what you need to improve on. I'm afraid. Figure out what you're afraid of. Figure out how to fix or improve yourself so you can go on top of or get around whatever your fear is. Because that's like a stop sign. When you drive, and anyone who knows when you drive, when you have a stop sign, that doesn't mean you just sit there and you turn off your car and you just sit there until someone else comes and until the officer comes knocking on your window saying, "Sir, you've been sitting here for an hour. Are you okay?" No. You sit there, you figure out what you're going to do. You're going to turn right, you're going to turn left, you're going to go straight. Hey, is there anything around that may obscure your vision or get in your way? Is there anything that you got to maneuver around? Great. Figure that out and then take off. Obviously, take off slowly at first. You never know. Someone may come and swipe you, Anyone who's driving, anyone who's used to driving, you know what I mean. Anything could happen. Be cautious. But at the same time, being cautious don't mean stop and sit there and be like, all right, I see a stop sign, I see red, I'm just going to stop and not move because any and everything could happen. That don't make no sense. You're not going to go nowhere. What's the point of having dreams, aspirations, motivations, and all that stuff going on in your head? What's the point of having a brain cell if you can't use it towards something, anything that you have to propel you? Because you're not just propelling yourself. So if you have your fear stop yourself, what is that also stopping? That's stopping your family growth. Because if you can't move forward, how are you going to expect to do something like meet a woman? You gotta muster up the courage to talk to her. But if your stop sign is a red light that's stuck and you don't know how to operate when the traffic light is stuck and you don't know the rules of the road, so you just sitting there, your future girlfriend / wife, your future wife ain't gonna happen. Future job, not gonna happen. Future kids, not gonna happen. That house you might be thinking of, like, oh, that'd be nice to have a house or a condo or an apartment, not happening. Why? Because you just want to sit there and be like, oh, woe is me. I can't do this. I've reached my limit. No, break your limits. Saitama. I love my anime. Saitama. That stuff. You know what I'm saying? Break your limits, continue going, and that's it. That's all you need to do. Keep going, keep fighting, no matter what the goal is. And whenever you need, and I'm going to make another comic book reference in like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got to Batman that stuff. I'm trying not to swear, but you got to Batman that stuff. You got to Batman that situation. He ain't even a superhero as we would, describe a superhero. Someone with abnormal powers. No, but superheroes who can destroy planets. Revere this man and respect this man to the highest order. Why? Because he gets stuff done. He's a leader. He likes to lone wolf this whole situation, but he'll come to a team. He'll say, you do this, you do that, and then the team will win. Why? Because he doesn't just say, oh, well, I'm going against someone with powers and I don't got no power, so I'm just going to sit this one out. Superman, Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman, you guys handle this. I'm going to go sit back and do something out of the way of you guys. No, he's making plans and contingencies. So when everyone gets their butt whooped, he has a plan to come up and beat people like Darkseid, who literally can conquer planets. But he knows how to deal with it and to utilize the team around him, the people around him, to win things that they would not by themselves. Or maybe not as fast as they would with someone like Batman on their team. Again, you have fears, you have problems. Don't let that stuff stop you from doing it. You just gotta slow down, go to the drawing board, figure it out. Then you move forward. You know what I'm saying? And guys, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go on a whole tirade. I can probably go on for another 5-10 minutes on this, but again, I'd just be circling around, running around in circles, saying the same thing. I'm just gonna say this one thing. Stop letting your own personal fears stop you from doing what is necessary to evolve, to move forward and push past and make your dreams, your goals happen. Whether it is being a nurse, a doctor, starting your own business, Heck, getting out of bed and going for a walk and exercising. I know. For those people who have the New Year's resolution thing going on where you make your list like, I'm gonna start doing these push-ups and start going to the gym, and y'all do it for like 2 weeks to a month, and then you're just like, no, I got too much going on over here, too much going over there, or all my arms are sore and I don't feel like doing it anymore. Push past the failure barrier. Ooh, that's a bar. Push past your failure barrier. That is a bar. Anyways, I'm going to leave you with that. This is Reiz The RAW M.C. This is another edition of Reiz Your Thoughts. Thanks again. You going to see me real soon. Let's go get it. Peace and love. Godspeed. Let's go get it.
This how I'm leaving the flesh. God by my side, so you know I ain't stressed. Christ and prayer, forgiveness. Why I'm leaving the flesh. This why I'm leaving the flesh.